What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Monday Market Update. Today we are taking a look at the Monero community, making a run on the exchanges, taking all their Monero, or at least encouraging people to take Monero off of the exchanges to test the validity of those centralized exchanges. We're going to be looking at that article from decrypt.co, as well as we're going to be taking a look at the markets, what's trending, taking a look at some charts, seeing if this nasty market is finding some bottom or not. Hopefully we can see something happening here. Maybe some upside in the near future, or at least just some, a little bit further upward consolidation. These downsides have been kind of nasty. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at that. We're going to be looking at the macro outlook with some of the charts there from our friends over at Comdex, who is currently going through some updates on their testnet. So we're going to get into all that and more. Stay tuned, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV, where we are looking logically at crypto assets. I am your host, The Logical Dude, your favorite van life living, crypto investing digital nomad. I hope you guys are doing great today. We are taking a look at these gnarly markets today, as you can see here on coin-logic.com. Here on the front page, we got the top 10 by market cap looking kind of funky. Had some really big downturns on Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have had a nice little bounce up in the last few hours there, from what I've seen. So hopefully we can be finding some bottom support here and maybe taking a look in the other direction. Hopefully, we'll see, because these prices have been hurting a little bit. So we come down here real quick and we're going to look at the top 10 gainers of the top 100. We're looking at Stepping coming in with a 13.61% rise today. We got Frax Share coming in at a 10% gain. We got Terra Luna is up today, 8.5%. We got Monero that's up today over 8.5%. We got Loopring up 4.83. Zcash up 3.74. Stacks 2.68. Thorchain's up 2.3. Polygon's up 2%. And DeFi Chain is up 1.84%. Our top 10 losers of the top 100, though, today are a little bit deeper. We got Humans AI, actually down only 11.76%. FTX token is down 7.76%. Helium is down 6.48%. Kusama's down 6.2%. Aave's down 5.12%. Zilliqa's down 5.09%. eCash is down 4.73%. Chili's is down 4.39%. Radix is down 3.89, and OKB is down 3.60, and that is the conclusion of the top 10 losers of the top 100 for today. So it's kind of a half and half, it just depends on what tokens you're in kind of thing. We're going to be taking a look because there has been some recovery bounces coming on, this fine Monday morning here. But we're still in extreme fear territory, so taking a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We are at a 24. It means market sentiment is quite low, and I'm seeing that all over the place. It's not just about Bitcoin, but it's about the entire market as a whole. You got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of development going on, but it's just the sentiment is really low right now. So you got a lot happening globally, and just, people's bags aren't pumping the way they want, and when the bags don't pump the way they want, they get all whiny and they start to dump and sell at the bottom. So if you're selling at the bottom, yeah, I'm sorry, man, you're not gonna make it. But, hey, financial advice for those that want to make it, this could be some time to start, accumulating some bags, in some good solid projects. You got to be careful out there because, hey, some of these coins that are going down may not recover. So, you got to think about good fundamentals, not just technicals. Speaking of technicals, though, we're currently in a sell here on the daily time frame here, Bitcoin USD. We got 14 of our oscillators showing sell, 9 are showing neutral, and 3 are showing buy. If you want to take a closer look at that, you can click on where it says BTC USD on that right-hand side, and it will pop up into TradingView and basically give you a breakdown analysis on all of these moving averages, oscillators, and indicators, and all that kind of stuff. If you really want to break it down, then you can absolutely do that there on TradingView. But we're going to go and take a look at some charts here on CoinLogic, and you can see here on the daily Bitcoin time frame, we got this candle. This is today's candle. We had that big dump down, and this is Coinbase. So yeah, 38,479 is where we kind of came down to. So that was a big dump down, but we're starting to have some movement back to the upside. Now that candle is not very nice, but it still created a higher low. So if we can keep moving up from here and keep this as a low, you're going to see that when we come and draw this trend line, it's still a higher low. So we're still in pretty good shape. Even if you move it like that, it's still a higher low. If we come and we take a look at our RSI indicator. Oh. Good old autocorrect is wanting to change things for me that I don't want changed. Okay, because it doesn't know what a PSI is. So you can see here on our RSI, though, our momentum is starting to see a bit of an uptrend here. So it's starting to kind of correlate with the price action and what's going on. Now, our RSI, which is this purple line here, is about to cross to the upside from the 14-day moving average. So this yellow line is the RSI 14-day moving average here. So you can see it's going to cross up. That's going to send, hopefully, Bitcoin into some bullish momentum. So that may hopefully push things to the upside a bit more. Coming down here, taking a look at the broken down time frames, you can kind of see what's been happening here. So over the past, bit of time here, you can see this falling wedge starting to form here on Bitcoin. So you can see very, very short-term time frame. We've been going down, but it's forming this falling wedge here. We had this quick breakout, so hopefully we're finding some support on top of this line here on 40,600. Looking over here at the 1 hour time frame, you can see where we had this big giant spike up after we had that big bottom dip. So that's probably telling you there's a lot of buying going on. There's a lot of orders going on in this area. So that dump down, that was probably a quick little short, maybe to liquidate some stuff. But what happens is the computers end up taking over when that happens. So when you got a couple of big whales that come in and dump the price to try to come in and liquidate other traders or whatever, or to, slam some orders down on the market, what that does is that starts to activate all these algorithmic trading bots, and it just takes all the altcoins and stuff down with it. It's pretty crazy when it happens that way. So, because when this kind of stuff happens with Bitcoin, all the altcoins just kind of tend to follow when that happens. Anyway, looking here at the daily, you can see where that recovery happened on the daily time frame, but more because we looked at that above, I want to look more at the weekly here. All right, so your weekly time frame, you are definitely seeing the higher low starting to form here. Hopefully we can keep this momentum straight, that this was more or less a capitulation candle for this short-term dip, and we can start to move to the upside. Because you can see when you get these spikes down, these big wicks, that's kind of like an exhaustion for the sellers. So it'll start to, hopefully start to move to the upside. So that means that kind of the buyers are really kind of taking back control of the market. So hopefully we're starting to see some movement like that and we can get some pumps up. So let's go look at the poor CoinLogic index right now. So, you can see, we are starting to do some recovery here in Bitcoin. BNB's actually been staying pretty stable since it's been back over 400. So it's back at 415 right now. Litecoin's sitting around 110. Cosmos is the Cosmos ecosystem's been struggling, like as a whole, hard. Cosmos itself is down to $23. We got Osmosis down to 5.62. We've got Secret Networks down back below $5. We got Juno is at 15.69. That's just kind of, that whole ecosystem's just, it is what it is. One more day of staking and then we're moving those funds. So Stargaze has been really taking a massive hit in that ecosystem, as well as down to under 13 cents. And Comdex has been staying steady around $1.10. It did drop down to around $1.06 last week, $1.04, but we are back up to around $1.11 right now. So that's a good sign for Comdex. which is our little partner here. My friends over at carbonZERO, we are running a mainnet and a testnet node for Comdex, which helps support me here on the channel. And that is what we're going to be talking about now, is that they have a really awesome exchange coming. If you guys have been following the channel, may have seen some of my tutorials about it. Essentially what they're doing is allowing people to be able to trade on the commodities markets starting off with, and they're going to expand and try to democratize some of these global finance markets for everybody here on the blockchain. Basically, they're using price oracles to bring in the price for like gold, silver, and oil. That's what they're really getting started with. And you're going to be able to trade it against your Comdex and other assets. You're going to be able to borrow against your other assets to create these C assets, what they call them. So like C gold, C silver, or C oil. And then you can trade on that. You can farm it. There's going to be all kind of stuff that you're going to be able to do with it. They're currently in an upgrade process for their testnet. So you guys can come over here to Comdex.one and take a look at their site. It's really a cool situation that they're trying to do. So go check it out. And then you can come and stake your CMDX tokens with our partners over at carbonZERO. So come support the family here, and it'll help increase things. So coming over here and taking a look at our macro markets, you can see that our equities markets are not doing so hot. You can see here that we have set a lower high here on our 1 year time span. And that's not looking good, because if you want to spread it out to more of a longer term 5-year span, you can see it looks like we're starting to top out on these bigger markets. Like this is the S&P 500. You got the NASDAQ looking the same, Dow Jones looking the same. The Japanese markets, downtrend. They've been pitiful for a while. So is the DAX. But the Great Britain market is starting to rise up a bit. But, looks like it's going to start losing momentum. Or it could lose some momentum. I don't know, man. Global tensions are going crazy here. But you can see over here on our commodities, though, the commodities are not stopping. We've got gold going here. Gold's doing pretty well, sitting here at 1974. Silver's at over 25.70, pushing 26 bucks. But you can't find the physical commodities at those prices. That's the problem is. So this is just spot prices that we're looking at, or futures prices, really. But you can't find it at that price. You're getting charged out the butt for premiums, which, you can purchase metals with crypto through like APMEX, Jam Bullion, things like that. But the problem is you're getting charged, like on say an ounce of silver, you're getting charged a $4 or $5 premium. So is it really worth it? So you got to think about that. But yeah, this is where Comdex is going to come into play, so that you can at least trade on these spot prices without having to actually take control of the physical commodities. So you can see where crude oil is starting to take a pump back up. It's looking like it's actually starting to break like a falling wedge kind of situation, which is not good for your gas prices. All right. So, and I've actually been seeing gas prices. It took a fall, but it's starting to tick back up again. So not exactly a good thing for the consumers of the world. Natural gas has been spiking up as well, too. So, you got your propanes and you got all your different natural gases. They're really starting to hike up in price as well. Corn's hiking up high. We got soybeans hiking up high. Wheat's coming on up high too. So your food's getting expensive. All of your fuel's getting expensive. But yeah, your income's not getting any better. That's welcome to inflation, baby. That's what we are here for. That's what we are here to try to get out of the traditional systems. I'm investing into as much, like Bitcoin and, that kind of thing to help out. And I've been going into Monero a bit too. So let's talk about Monero for a minute. So Monero's faithful community has coordinated a bank run to test exchange reserves. This is an article from our friends over at decrypt.co. So a group of Monero enthusiasts alleges that some exchanges may be selling more XMR than are actually held in reserves. So basically a Ponzi scheme. So a group of Monero enthusiasts, apparently fed up with centralized exchanges, have said on social media that it's planning an XMR bank run on April 18th, which is today. The so-called Monero run on the 8th anniversary of the coin's launch is a reaction to the community members but see a lack of transparency over Monero, including allegations that central exchanges are suspending XMR withdrawals and misrepresenting reserves. Some shady stuff, man. Some shady stuff for sure. I'm not a fan of the centralized exchanges. I do not keep it on there at all, if inhumanly possible. So I like to keep my XMR on my Ledger Nano S. It's where it's the safest. But I've actually been looking into the secret network and being able to wrap up XMR on the secret network, which is built on the Cosmos SDK, which allows you to be able to use it for DeFi. So, there's all kind of stuff going on with that. Anyway, looking more and more like exchanges are paper trading Monero and lying about how much they have to customers, because Monero's, you can't see what other people have. It's not like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is a transparent blockchain. Monero, not the same thing. It's a privacy coin. So this could be something that exchanges could do because they are shady. So opt out. This is what you need to do. Opt out. Get those keys off the exchanges and actually own your XMR. So that is from the information security engineer and Monero enthusiast Seth Simmons, as he wrote on Twitter, which you can see here if you were watching the video. So a Reddit post on Thursday detailed the plan. So we're withdrawing XMR from exchanges. A person called something. Yeah, anyway. Body Anarchist. That's what it says. All right, yeah. Wrote on our cryptocurrency subreddit. I'm surprised people are still even reading that. But anyway, any exchange that hasn't disabled withdrawals, which many of them have already due to this, we're pulling our funds. So the post as of Saturday had been voting more than 2,200 times. So the Body Anarchist wrote that Monero's ledger technology has made it possible for exchanges to misrepresent reserves and sell XMR that they don't actually hold. So this person said that exchanges can do this because they believe most Monero holders won't seek to withdraw their funds. So now members of the Monero community appear to be coordinating efforts to withdraw XMR coins from as many exchanges as possible to see if they are correct about this. Some pretty shady stuff, if you guys want to go and check out the rest of that article. It just goes into talking about how, Monero's market cap, its price, and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to read that, I will put the link in the description below. It is also in the CoinLogic News Center from our friends over at decrypt.co. But yeah, if you are a holder of Monero and you can get your stuff off exchanges, well, first of all, if you're a holder of Monero, you should know not to have your Monero on an exchange. I mean, come on now. Not your keys, not your coins, especially with a privacy coin. That's the whole point of Monero. So what people have to just really get through their head is that fact. Not your keys, not your crypto. These exchanges can do all kind of shady stuff on the back end, even trying to use your funds. If you've got your funds on an exchange, that's not your funds. That's their funds. It's just, it's like a bank. It's the same thing as a bank. They have, how much you should have as a ledger, but you don't hold the keys to that. So it's not your coins, it's their coins. So they can actually do all kind of stuff over here on the side. And as long as you're not, when you withdraw, then that's when they can take it out of their little engine. So you got to watch these exchanges, man. A lot of them are shady little Ponzi schemes and, kind of situations. So robbing Peter to pay Paul. And that's what this is all about. So if you have your coins on exchange, I don't care if it's Monero, Bitcoin, or whatever. Get it off the exchanges. Get it into your own private keys, into your own privately held wallet with your 12-word C phrase, 24-word C phrase, whatever it is, or one of those awesome little hardware wallets. Keep your funds safe off of exchanges, because if they're on exchanges, guess who can come and get them? Yeah, the authorities can come and get them from there. So think about it. Be safe. Thank you for joining me for today's Monday market update. That's going to be it for me today. Let's pray, tuck our heads, and just hope for a good bounce, and we can launch up to the moon together, guys. Y'all have a great week. I got all kind of stuff going this week. Today, this week we have got Rich from the WeCash community on Hive coming on the show on Wednesday for 420 special. And then on Friday, we're going to have a Twitter Spaces with my friend Brendan from Ogallala Life. We talked to them with the Acre NFT interview. But we're going to be having a more environmentally friendly discussion, not so much around crypto, but more about just education on what people can do with the environment and help out and that kind of thing, how people can reutilize resources. But we're going to get into some crypto talk too, because why not? You know, crypto charity kind of stuff, because that's kind of where my head's rolling. Got some cool stuff that may be coming in the future in the next year or two, so maybe a farm involved. Yeah. Keep for announcements. Oh yeah. Got big things coming, guys. Y'all have a good one. Be cool. Be real. Always abide and don't get wrecked out there in those crazy markets. Peace out.